Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Taylor, and I'm back with another video. For today's video, I kind of wanted to share a story time experience of mine from going from a four-year university to a community college. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, and sit back. Full disclosure, I literally made a cup of coffee for this video so I could like sip on it and stuff. It's not good. I don't know how to make coffee at home. I don't know. I've done the pour over method, Keurig. I literally seem to ruin it every time. So I'm just gonna go to Starbucks after this because that's a fail. But anyways, so I wanted to share with you guys my experience of going from a four-year university to a community college. Right out of high school, I was in the mindset that I just want to get out of my hometown. I want to leave. I want to go away to school. I just wanted to live on my own, have my own experiences, and just leave where I lived. So I ended up going to a four-year private university called Azusa Pacific University. Shout out to all my friends that I met there. I miss you guys and you're awesome. But Azusa Pacific was a private university, like I said. So with that being said, it was extremely expensive. My tuition, I don't even know how expensive it was, but in going there, my parents had given me money. Well, not me, but they basically paid a portion of my tuition with their college savings, which to be honest was not that much. No offense to my parents, but it just, they didn't really expect me to go straight to a private university. They had other plans in mind and they didn't really prepare for me college financially. So with that, I ended up taking a loan out in my name for $10,000, and that I can make a whole nother video on just loans and what to do, what not to do, but I ended up taking a $10,000 loan out in my name. Mistake number one was just not being prepared financially. I was not prepared in any type of way in what I was about to get myself into. I arrive at college and I, at this point, kind of have a sense as to what I want to do. I know I want to go into the medical field, but I didn't know what that really looked like for me. I didn't know if I wanted to be a doctor, if I wanted to be a PA, if I wanted to be a nurse. I was leaning mostly towards being a nurse, but at this point I was undeclared and I didn't know what I was going to do. My first semester I ended up taking just general ed classes. I took like psychology, English, a ministry class, because APU is a Christian college, and a couple other just general ed classes. At this point, I was still trying to figure out, like I said, what I was trying to do, and maybe a month into my semester, I decided, you know what, I want to do nursing. That's the route that I want to go. So I began that journey and that process of talking to counselors, seeing what I needed to do to get into their program, their nursing program. A couple weeks go by after talking to the counselors and looking at classes and all of that. I find out that APU does not have a transferable nursing program. And what I mean by that is once you're in the school, you can't just apply to the nursing program. The people that were already in the nursing program got admitted straight from high school. There was really no way for me to get into the nursing program. The only other option was to do their program that was not on campus, but in like Palm Desert, or it was a different remote campus, but it wasn't on the main campus. And even with that, it still would be a lot of money because, like I said, the tuition was very expensive. You know, months are going by, and at this point I'm really loving college. You know, the experiences were great. I was going to football games and hanging out with friends, and just, it was a really, really fun experience. I really got to mature because I had two roommates and I had to learn how to communicate with them when I didn't like something or they didn't like something. I had to eat my own meals and prepare for class, study, and I just think that I became really, really independent. And with that newfound independence, I also discovered that something just wasn't right about me going here. I loved every experience. I loved the campus. I loved the people. I loved the school. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. But in the back of my mind, I knew I was just throwing dollars down the drain because I wasn't going to be getting the degree that I wanted at that school. I think it was November or maybe even October, and people were filing for their housing for the next semester. And I just remember praying, I was like, please God, give me a sign. Just let me have this assurance as to where I'm supposed to be, because I just don't feel like I should be continuing on wasting my money somewhere where I'm not even getting the degree that I want. I'm just undeclared and not really knowing what I'm doing. So then I make the phone call to my parents and I just let them know I don't think I want to continue on here anymore. And that was very, very hard because I knew that they had put so much time, money, effort, energy into me going there, and I just kind of felt at this point like a disappointment and a failure because I wasn't going to be continuing on with what I had wanted to do from the beginning, which was leave home. After finals were done, my mom drove down to my school and picked me up and brought me all the way back home to the Bay Area, and I decided I'm going to go to community college. And let me tell you, I kid you not, it was probably the best decision I ever made. I, at this point, was determined and knew what I wanted to do, which was nursing. So I began that winter. I didn't even start in the spring. I began that winter quarter and I started taking all of my nursing prerequisites. And for the next year and a half, 2 years, I was going back to back to back, taking summer classes, winter classes, and just making sure that the time that I had kind of wasted and the classes I didn't take, I was catching up. I ended up going back to community college. I finished all my prerequisites and I began applying to schools. And now I'm at the point where I've been accepted to a nursing program, and I just feel like it was the best decision that I have ever made. You know, my mindset leaving high school was community college, oh my gosh, that's where people who don't know what they're gonna do in life are going. And I just had such a negative, mean, nasty mindset towards community college. I thought I would not get anything done. I thought I would be unmotivated. But it seriously, I think going away to school and coming back was a reality check and humbled me and brought me back down to earth, because when I got to community college, I had a very determined mindset. I used the skills that I had learned and applied them to my study habits, and I just began a journey to being a more sound college student, I guess. So for those of you that are at a four-year university and you just feel like this is not for me, this is not what I should be doing right now, and I don't know what I'm doing, don't feel afraid to go home. Part of me almost stayed miserable because I was so scared to tell my parents, and part of me just didn't want to leave the college experience. But I knew in the end I was wasting away my money, not only my parents' money but my money too. And that $10,000 loan for one semester haunted me for like those 2 years that I was in community college. Yeah, so don't feel afraid to speak up. You're not alone in this. And for those of you that are at community college, hats off to you guys. You are going to go places, and community college is a great, great, great start and a great beginning to your college career. And my nursing program is actually at a community college, and I will end up at a four-year university eventually, but I don't think that education is any less. I don't think that, you know, you're missing out on anything when you're at a community college versus a four-year. So that is my story, and I hope that if you're in this situation, or if you feel like you're in community college and you're missing out, honey, you are not missing out on anything, because in the end you are, you know, working towards your goal and you're gonna get there one way or the other. There's no comparison really. I mean, you're getting your education either way, and it's all about taking the path that you feel is right. Don't do it for your parents, don't do it for embarrassment, don't be afraid of anything. Just go with what your heart feels and what your heart knows to be true. And that's it for today. That's all I have for you guys. I really wish I could drink the rest of this coffee, but it's trash and I'm just gonna go pour it down the drain and go get some Starbucks. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in, and if you're not already, make sure to hit the subscribe button below, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment on where you're at in your education journey. Are you at a 4-year? Are you at a community college? Are you in high school? Let me know. And I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.